Good evening, everyone. So we are back with the next session of time management. Right on time? Are we? Yes, we are right on time, and this time is everything. If we work with time, if we value time, time value us, and time is something which gives us everything. You know, whenever there is opportunity in the market, what's the first thing? The time is now or never. If you grab the opportunity on time, you will get the results. If you are unable to grab the opportunity on time, if you don't grab the opportunity when the time is there, you will get nothing. Now we keep on thinking today, tomorrow, today, tomorrow. So those are the persons who spend their entire life in thinking. They don't even start anything ever. So let's run with time, let's work with time, and let us work for time. Right? What do you want? You want to work with time? You want to race with the time? Do you? Everyone. You know, the successful people will have just one most important successful mantra, and that is we always value time. They have a very specific and proper schedule, and do you know that they even follow that schedule? They don't wait, they don't say that we are going to do it tomorrow, today. They stick to that 4 quadrant. They follow that 80-20 rule in their life. They follow their proper to-do list. They stop procrastinating. Procrastination doesn't exist for them when they are working. For them, it's time is money. No matter how much they are earning, for them, time is money. If they are saving time, that means they're saving money. If they are investing time, that means they're investing money. If they're getting return, it is because of the right investment of the time they have done. If you start your business, how timing is important, let's just see some quick example of how timing is important. I want to start my cracker factory. I want to open my store. I'll open it in December. Is the timing right? Who is going to buy crackers that time? Diwali is already gone. Wrong timing, zero profit, complete waste. You won't even touch break even. I want to open my, okay, I want to grow. I want to be a farmer. Okay, there are few crops which doesn't require rain. Okay, for example, if we talk about wheat, that wheat crops are being taken off from the farm before it starts raining, right? If the timing is not right, if rain comes before, if we are unable to pick that thing from the ground, it is completely a waste. Wrong timing and to zero result, zero returns. Again, my bus will arrive at bus stop sharp at 10:30. It's 10:25. It takes 4 minutes for me to reach the bus stand. 4 minutes, 10:30. I still have 1 minute. Okay, let me just do the work. You started doing something, you got stuck for 2 minutes. You left the home at 10:27. You ran for the bus stop. The bus already left at 10:30, and you are seeing, you're waving bye-bye to the bus. It's just passing by. Wrong timing. Unable to see, track the right time. And that is how what happens. Just got late. Now just see the effects of getting late. You miss the bus, next bus is at after half an hour. You're half an hour standing there. You'll reach office late, you'll start your work late, you'll get scolding from the boss, you will return back home late. Your entire schedule is disturbed. You were having meeting at 11, but you have not reached office. That meeting is postponed. You don't know when. You see a confused man standing and seeing the time. It's what? If you are not keeping the right track of the time, if you are not working according to the time, you are lost in the race of time. The time is gone. person taking the last breath, he know how valuable the time is. He's just waiting to meet his near and dear ones. He's just counting the seconds that please come soon. I just have some more time. Don't know how much, but for him, just some more time. He knows the value of time. Value of time. You know, when you enter the examination hall, that 15 minutes prior to the examination, you'll know how valuable that time is, because you didn't value time prior to that. And now that 15 minutes, you have to cover 10 lessons. It's 10 pages. It's like 1 minute. Oh, it's already only 8 minutes left. I have to go to the next page. You simply keep on shuffling the pages instead of reading anything. That is why it is very important to manage time in your life, to keep a time track, to keep your to-do list ready, and that should be in front of you. It should not be in the notebook, kept in the notebook and kept up somewhere in the cupboard. You know, whenever I take time management session, if I ask my students, do you have your to-do list? Do you plan your day? They say yes. Out of 10, 9 will say yes. Okay, let's take a bigger number. Out of 100, 90 will say yes. We prepare a list. We prepare a schedule. Second question on the table goes, do you follow your schedule? Hands down. Hardly 2-3 hands I see still raised, saying that yes, we make a plan, we follow our plan, we stick to our plan. If I ask the third question, all hands are down. Do you review your schedule? Do you think which task took how much time? Is your schedule right? Do you review that? All hands down. That was my live practical experience in my 4 to 5 time management sessions. I was really surprised that people spend, and when I asked them how much time you have spent in preparing your schedule for the day, people say for 2 hours, 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Come on, you have spent so much of time and that to keep that in your notebook. That's how people manage their time. I'll not say that I manage my time effectively, but I just know that if I plan out something, I do that. I have a complete track of my 24 hours every day, what I did, where my time went. You know, this confused soul, he is just thinking that I just worked for 8 hours. I didn't do anything. Where are my 16 hours? Where are they? He cannot find. He cannot find those 16 hours. You know, that is very bad. If you cannot find your 16 hours of your day where they went, then you have really lost a very big amount in your life. So let's start with the characteristics of time management. Now, first characteristic says, evaluate. What you need to evaluate? What you need to evaluate? You need to evaluate, document time spent on different tasks. How much time you have taken to complete all the tasks of the day, different tasks. How much time you took. It is very important to keep a time track that this much time was invested on this specific task. If you don't have a time track, if you do not know how much time you have taken, then maybe you have simply wasted your time doing the task which could have been done in just 1 hour took 2, 3, 4 hours because you don't have a time track. Just check how much time you have spent on different tasks. It's going to help you to save your time. Determine what you want to achieve. Next is what you want to achieve in your life, what you want to become. You want to start your career, how you want to start your career, when you want to start your career. Do you want to go for master degree? Do you want to study more? Do you want to start your business? Do you want to start, you want to enter into corporates? If yes, which field, which sector? Everything you need to decide what you want from your life. You cannot always go in the direction where life is taking you. You cannot always go in that flow. You need to decide. You need to have a clear picture of what you want to achieve. I want to be a professional dancer. I want to be a professional singer. I want to be the manager. I want to lead a team. I want to be a leader. I want to be a project head. Whatever it is, but something needs to be there which you want to achieve in your life. Determine, check what you want from your life, what you want to achieve in your life. Third point says, be alert to activities that do not fall in those categories. If you are engaging yourself in some activity which do not fall in your to-do list, which are not in your schedule, which are not important, then please check out those activities and avoid those activities. Keep yourself alert that these are the activities which do not fall in my to-do list, which do not fall in the categories on which I have to work. So I have to avoid those activities. Keep yourself away from any distraction that prevents accomplishing goal in a timely manner. What are the distractions nowadays? What do you think? What are the distractions? First distraction, mobile, emails, social networking, friends, Netflix series. People are damn crazy about that. Online games, so many distractions. You have to keep yourself away. Whenever you are working, keep everything aside. Even if phone is ringing, the message beep is coming, don't get distracted. Tell yourself that no, if someone has something urgent, he can give me a call. If you get a call, pick up the call. Be very precise. Do you have any work? If the other person say, no, I just wanted to talk something casual. Right now, I am into some very important task. I'll give you a call back later and disconnect the call. Don't start interacting. Okay, he is free, but you are not. You have to do your work. Don't let distraction enter your to-do list. Don't get distraction distract you, stop you from achieving your goal, from completing your task on time. Jot down any daily duties that could be streamlined to save time. But what do you think? What are the duties which, if you can do together, which you can streamline and which is going to save your time? How I can save my time? I'm fond of watching series. So whenever I'm going out, when I'm relaxing, I can watch the series that time. I'm fond of listening music. So whenever I'm having my food, I'm eating my meal, that time I can use the time to watch series or to listen to music. So you need to jot down those things, jot down the daily activities, daily duties, what you have to do and how you can save time by doing those activities. Second, plan and prioritize. P for planning, P for prioritizing. That we never do. Who is going to plan out the thing? Why to plan out the thing? Let us do whatever comes in our way. That's the mentality we hold. And when we start working, when we are not the organized people, when we are not the planned people, we land ourselves in lot of difficulties. You know, that important work always shift to quadrant 3 becomes urgent, because we have not planned out the work, we have not planned out the activity, how we are going to perform our activity, how we are going to achieve our task, how we are going to do that task. And second is prioritizing. We have not prioritized which thing is important. Tomorrow you are having an exam and after 5 days you have to submit the assignment. You are unable to prioritize that right now what I should do. I should focus on assignment, or I should prepare for my exam. Learn to prioritize the thing. In life, prioritizing is very important. Even it's work, or it's relationship or it's your job, prioritizing is important. There is a phase in your life when relations are your priority. There'll be a phase in your life when your job is going to be a priority. Your children's are going to be a priority. So it depends upon the time, it depends upon the situation, that what comes to be your priority. You need to set your priority, you need to decide your priority, and that you can only do when you're going to plan out the things. So, and the second point, plan and prioritize, it says set aside time at the beginning and end of each day to plan. Set aside some time, maybe in the morning when you just wake up, you have some time when you are going to plan your day, or if it's in the night, then you are going to plan out your next day. Set aside that me time. So that time can be just 15 minutes. It need not to be 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It can be just some time which you are keeping aside to to review your day, to plan your day, today or the next day. It is always advisable to plan your day up a day prior, so that you are, when you wake up in the morning, you are all set in your mind that what all things you have to do and what with which work you have to start. Second, prioritizing tasks based on your ultimate goal. Now, how you have to prioritize tasks? You don't have to prioritize your tasks on daily basis. You have to prioritize your tasks depending on the ultimate goal you want to achieve in your life. So what is your goal? First, you need to decide your goal. First, you need to see that, yes, this is my goal. You have to set your long-term or short-term goal, that, yes, this is my goal. And according to this is my priority, which I have to do every day to reach my goal, to achieve my goal. So prioritize your tasks based on your ultimate goal. Break large project into small tasks to prevent becoming overwhelmed. Now, if you're going to break your larger project into smaller tasks, then it becomes easy for you to work. It becomes easy for you to accomplish and get the work done on time. Keep a calendar, schedule, or to-do list with you at all the time to remain focused. As I told you, don't just prepare your plan and keep it in your notebook and keep it aside. No, if you have planned out something, place it somewhere from where you can check regularly. You can see that, even if you're getting distracted in between, you just see that and you just get back to work. You realize that, no, right now what is most important for me is to do this work, is to be on my to-do list rather than getting distracted, and be focused. Check of accomplishment, what you have achieved, keep a check of that thing. At the end of the day, if something has not been completed, move that business to the next day list. If you think that today you were unable to do that thing, so move that thing to the next day, that tomorrow I'm going to start with this. First, I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to move to the next work of that day. So this is plan and prioritize. Eliminate time typos. What is that? Distraction. Only distraction. Distraction is something which takes away all our time. And we say, we don't have time, we don't get time. Why you don't get time? Because we have not a proper plan of a time. Remove distraction that interfere with productivity. You're working in the organization, you're working. If you think that people are gossiping and that is distracting you, move away from that place. Put your earphones, put your headphones, whatever you want. Just do that thing and start being more productive. Just focus on your work, focus on your productivity rather than giving an ear to that group and listening what they're speaking. This way many people say that, my friends were talking, they were gossiping, and I didn't went there, but still I couldn't do my work on time. If someone comes and say this thing, just ask them, yes, they were talking like this only, they were talking about this. Just make your imaginary story. you will realize that that person is going to interrupt in between. They'll say, no, 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 they were talking about this. And they're actually right. They're discussing about this. Sorry. You'll get to know that though the person was sitting on the desk, he was having a screen open, he was working, but his mind and ears were there. He was not focusing on his working. So how he is going to be productive in that work? How he can give his best productivity when he was not concentrating? Physically he was present, but mentally he was distracted. Mentally he was into that gossip, he was into that discussion. So remove those distractions from your life, which is affecting your productivity. Schedule a block of time each day to return phone calls, answer text messages, and respond to email. Now here, when I'm telling you to remove those distractions, and I told you to just keep the phone aside, saying that I'll call back later, have a block of time. For example, you can say, okay, every day, 8 to 9, I'm just going to revert back to all the messages. I'll respond to all the email. I'll answer, call back all the persons who has given me the call. So have that block of time. Don't pack your entire day scheduling to do the task. To-do list means having a block of time for all the activities, even for me time, even for your hobbies, for your families, for your work, and for these things. You know, family, friends, all these are also important. So if you get calls, just keep a block time. When the block time starts, just start talking to them, start calling your friends, and make them understand that when they call me, that time I was busy in some important, really important work and couldn't answer your call that time. And that's why I have given you the call back. You know, no one is going to feel bad if you are going to say this thing, because at times it happens that we call someone and they are also busy in their work. So always have that block time and return the phone calls, answer the text messages and the emails. Third, unless an emergency occurs, stick to the appointment to avoid getting distracted. Emergency can happen anytime. It doesn't knock your door, knock, knock, emergency is on the way. Please block your time for the emergency. It never comes that way. It will simply enter your life. So if there is some emergency, don't say that I'll going to stick with my plan. When I'll get free, that time I'll going to check that emergency. No. At that time, you can leave your to-do list, just go with that emergency flow. But if there is no emergency, then stick to your own plan, stick to that appointments to avoid distraction. You need to avoid distraction. This emergency is not a distraction. Please understand how to manage, how to have proper time management. You know, when we talk about time management, that doesn't mean that we are telling you to be away from your family, telling you to have to drop off all the connection with your friends and family. No, we are just telling you have enough time for everyone. Rather than giving your entire time to work, or rather than giving your entire time to your friends, to your families, try to build that balance. And that is only possible when you will be physically, mentally present in the thing which you are doing. Steer clear of social media during work hours. Stay away from social media. Don't get involved in social medias when you are working during your work hours. You know, people have the tendency to open their LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook all the time, and when they are working, they keep on checking the messages, they keep on checking the post at that time. They don't realize that this 1 2 minute is making a big count when you are going to check at the end of the day. That is going to accumulate to almost 2 to 3 hours every day. Close the office door, room door when focusing on a project to keep co-workers or yourself focused and away from distraction and gossip. As I told you that the person, he was saying that I was working the entire day, still I was unable to deliver my productivity. Why? Though he was working, but mentally he was distracted. He was into the gossip which was going on the next table. In such situation, close your door, find a peaceful place where you can focus on your work and you can avoid those distraction and the gossips coming in between. Next, delegate. Learn to delegate. We usually don't delegate. I don't know why managers and people don't delegate the work which they can get it done by others and they can focus on the more important tasks which they have to do. I don't know why. For example, scrutiny. If there is some scrutiny that can be done by any other employee, by a subordinate, but you want to do it everything yourself, thinking that he might not do it correctly or he might not give the right result, he might not finish it off time, whatever the reason is. But you know, when you're working into the organization, you are holding a position. So you need not to do everything yourself. You have to get the involvement of other persons also. You will have to ask them also to get involved to work. You need to learn to delegate your tasks which can be done by others, and you 100%, you use your 100% focus on the things which cannot be done by others. So first is avoid micromanaging and start delegating tasks to subordinates. Why do you want to micromanage? Micromanagement is you want to put your nose in everything, whatever you are doing. Even if you are delegating your tasks, what do? You keep on asking them how much you have done, how much time more, where you have reached. You should have done this till now. This is micromanagement. Micromanagement means again and again putting your nose into the work which is being done by others. No. In today's organization, no one loves micromanagement. They don't want to work under a management or a manager or a leader who keeps on poking their nose into their work. They want that once they have been given the work, they want that freedom to complete their task in their way. They're not saying they're not going to deliver the result. They just want that we should get the responsibility along with the authority to take decision and finish off the work. So start delegating, and when you delegate, just check how much they have done once in a day or once in a 2 days, but don't keep on checking again and again after every 1 hour to see what they have done. Don't do that. That is micromanagement. Second is cross-train to better equip staff on work duties that consume your time. If you think that some things are there for which I can train my staff and they can do on my behalf, I can delegate my work to them. So you can train them in that specific field, which is going to reduce your responsibility, and you can simply focus on the urgent, important things which no one else can do except you. For example, at manager level, you have to take many important decisions. You have to do planning. You have to implement the decision. So for you, the main work is to focus on those things. Don't get involved in small decisions that why he's doing the work this way. I told him to do this work in that specific way. Don't go for that. Just focus on the end result, what you are getting. Focus on that, get the result, and that is done. If you think some training is required to get that thing done in more better way, train your employees, train your subordinate, and get the work done. Third point says, allow employees or co-workers to learn new skills. Provide them regular skill development training so that they learn new skill and you get relief from the extra responsibilities which you are taking on you just because your employees or co-workers are not well equipped with those things. Train them. When swamped with a project and a co-worker offers to help, let go of pride and work the assistance. If someone is coming forward to help you to get the work done on time, take the help. Don't bring your ego, your pride in between and say that, no, no, I'll do it myself. I know how to do it. I'll finish it off. Welcome the assistant because it's a teamwork. You're working for the organization. Together, you will achieve more. Maybe you'll finish off the task on time and you may get some other project, important project. So if someone is offering you help, take the help. There is no harm in taking the help. So that is how learn to delegate the work. Say no. I cannot say no. What my friend is going to say. Saying no is an art. And every people say no. Every person say no. Not just me, you, every person in the world say no. And if you are saying no for your work, it is completely fine. People will understand you. But it should be in a very decent way, polite way. It should not be hard. It should not be something which you are getting rude, which you're shouting and saying no. Learn to politely decline additional work and activities that do not fit into your personal goals. If you think that something the other person is asking you, they want you to do, that doesn't fit your personal goals, doesn't fit your work, then learn to say no. For example, you are a person who is fond of traveling, but you don't like traveling to any random place. You're very specific about you want to travel to the places which are naturally beautiful. And other person, your goal is to travel all those cities. Okay, for this year you have made a goal that you want to travel to Manali. Other person comes, your friend comes and say, let's go to Jammu Kashmir, let's go to Vaishno Devi this time. Now you want to go, you have to go, you have a plan for your vacation this time, but not the place which he or she is suggesting you. So what you have to do, will you go over there and you will keep your goal aside, will keep that thing aside which you wanted to do? What? No, in this situation you have to convince him that no, I don't want to go this way. I just want to go to Manali. I just want to enjoy that climate. I want to explore there. That's my goal. That's my wish to go there this time. So if this is the situation, learn to say no. You are already doing some important work. All of a sudden, your coworker comes and tells you that please finish this work. I have to go home early. If there is something really important, really urgent, then yes, you can say, okay, I'll not do, but at least I'll try to figure out someone who can finish off your task. That is okay. But if you think that he just want to go, he want to gossip, and then he's giving you additional responsibilities, say no for that. It's sorry. I'm busy with something really urgent, which our manager has given us. I have to finish it off today, so I won't be able to complete your task. You need to check whether it's fitting your goal. If it's not fitting your personal goal, avoid doing those things. Learn to say no. Joining a committee or a club simply to be nice could cost your valuable time that is better spent on tasks and that are important to you. My friend is joining a social club. I am not so fond of joining clubs. I'm not so fond of those social meeting, gathering, celebration. I don't like that. But just my friend told me to join. I have joined, and now every month I'm wasting one entire day to be available for those meetings, for those programs, which I'm actually not enjoying. Aren't you wasting your time? This time you could have invested on something which would have given you some returns, which you would have enjoyed. You could have spent the time on your passion, your hobbies, your work that you could have done. So stop just for being nice, just because you cannot say no to this one. He's very Close to, he has never told no to me, so whatever he'll say, I'll do. That way should not do anything. Either you won't be able to take the benefit, your amount will go in vain, or else your time will be wasted. Don't go with the things which are not of your interest, which you think you're not going to enjoy. Having relation, having friends, having colleagues who you trust is good. But working as per their convenience, doing whatever they want you to, is not at all a good idea. You will simply waste your own personal time and you will get zero results. You'll get no results for that. So it's always better to say no, to stand up for yourself, and then start working in the direction which fits your goal, in your personal, for achieving your personal goal, for achieving your organizational goal, for finishing off your task on time, for finishing off your work on time, rather than being nice to others and overburdening with yourself with other things. Many people who just keep on doing what others are saying, ultimately on weekends they are fully packed to complete the task, because during their office hours they were happy, they were busy making other colleagues, their friends happy by going out. That week they were not having much work, they were free to go, but unfortunately he was having a lot of work. Everything got piled up, and Saturday, Sunday, he is just busy in finishing of those tasks. So this happens if you don't say no. So learn to say no. These are few of the characteristics. There is, okay, yes. And the last characteristic says, yeah, rest and replenish. Take break to clear your mind and schedule time for fun. That's what I told you. You should have time, block time for everything. Plan regular exercise in your daily routine to stay energized. Consume healthy meal as opposed to junk food that can lead to chilliness and lack of focus. Consume more of healthy food. Stop working in time to unwind before bed, then get a good night's sleep. If you are doing some tasks which you leave in between, your entire night you won't be able to have a peaceful sleep. In the back of the mind, that thing will be running, that still I'm stuck there, I'm stuck there. So before unwinding, before going to bed, don't take any tasks which you have to leave in between, so that you can have a relaxed sleep, which is very important for you to get up fresh the next morning. So rest and replenish. Have time in your to-do list, in your schedule, for some fun, for your passion, for jogging, for walking, for playing, whatever you like, but have some block of the time for fun and regular exercise to keep yourself healthy. If you will be healthy, you will be giving your best. If you are not fit, then you won't be able to give your 100% efficiency. So with this, we have finished the characteristics of time management. Now, after characteristics of time management, we will be starting with the next most important things, that is module 2 will start, that is planning wisely, how you can plan wisely. We'll be discussing about planning wisely in the next session of time management. Today, with the characteristics of time management, we have completed the first module for time management. Thank you. That's all for the session. Bye-bye. Take care. See you tomorrow.